Tonight's high school football game of the week, Carencro and Comeaux, is brought to you tonight by Lafayette Coca-Cola. Also brought to you by courtesy GMC and courtesy Hyundai Isuzu. Carencro on the toss. They will defer to the second half, so that means the Spartans will get the ball first tonight. As we mentioned, a Carencro victory gives them at least a share of the district title. They are tied with Sulphur for first place. Most importantly, it would give Carencro the #1 seed going into the 5A playoffs, which naturally begin next Friday night.
Look at the District 3 5A standings there. Carencro at 5-1, Sulphur 5-1, of course Comeaux 4-2, and Barbe 4-2. Acadiana and Lafayette, both teams that are kind of on the bubble, they could possibly get in as well to the playoffs.
We are about ready to go. Getting his foot into the ball, Brady Dalfrey. And the run back, and a nice job by the special teams for the Crow Bears. Travis Griffin made the stop on special teams, and Comeaux will start in a hole 1st down and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Tyler Benoit taking in the kick there and muffed it, picked it up, and by the time he did get a handle on it, the Comeaux wedge had broken down Carencro. Great coverage on special teams. Got it down for a short pickup on the return.
6'4", 164 pounds, Brandon Creshan. Benoit dots the I on 1st down. But they will start with the fullback, and he's got a big hole. Out across the 35, across the 40, and a 1st down. Darius Williams brings it all the way out to the 45, and here's the Bell South offense for the Comeaux Spartans. You saw Creshan. And then the backfield. And then I don't know what you saw after that. It's 1st down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Man goes in motion. Benoit is at quarterback this time. Runs the option, keeps the football, picks up about 3. There's the rest of the Bell South offense, the offensive line for the Spartans. Pickup of 3 on the play. It is 2nd down and 7.
Little trickery there from Comeaux to get it going here on the second play. They put Creshan in the backfield, Tyler under center, Benoit under center, and Benoit ran the option play, picked up a few yards.
This time they'll go from a shotgun formation. Option play again. There's the pitch to Benoit, and he gets into Carencro territory to about the 48-yard line. The man who hit him for Carencro was Garen Jim, and of course we highlighted him at the beginning. There's your Bell South defense for Carencro. DeMarcus Carmouche has done a good job from his defensive end spot this year. Garen Jim, the middle linebacker, and he's all over the field. And there you see the defensive backs. Wilton Bozier has had a big year for Carencro this season. 3rd down and a couple. They need to get almost to the 45-yard line. Benoit goes in motion. Give is straight ahead to the fullback, and judging by the spot, that is going to be right at the marker, because they're going to mark him just shy of the 45, which is where he needed to be. We're going to have the chains brought in, and we'll see if the measurement will show whether or not Comeaux has picked up the 1st down. And boy, it's all on that linesman sometimes.
Yeah, and that's going to be a tough spot there, because defensively, Carencro did a great job at getting into the backfield, taking the feet out from underneath Williams. He really had to dive forward a lot quicker than it looked like he should from a fullback dive position, but he didn't get enough, and it's going to be a 1st down for Comeaux.
Spartans move the chains, keep the drive alive, which started at their own 14-yard line.
Take a look at tonight's officials. Referee in the white hat is Craig Tyler.
Two wide receivers go to the top of your screen. I formation. Carencro is the quarterback. Benoit dots the I. But it's going to be Williams, the fullback. And Williams, again, with good yardage on first down, picks up about 5, maybe 6 yards to the 39-yard line. We have a player shaken up, and that will cause a momentary stoppage of play. It's one of the big offensive linemen for Comeaux, and then, as a matter of fact, that is Craig Dauphiny.
You take a look at close up there on Darius Williams. Of course, Benoit coming into tonight going to get a lot of the spotlight because of how well he's done recently and how well he did in this game last year. But Darius Williams has been a steady performer for Comeaux all year long out of that fullback position. He's really given Comeaux a different look and able to go with a little hard between the tackle running to balance out the outside running that they got from Todd Whitfield early in the season, and then they've gotten from Tyler Benoit here later in the season.
I'm going to take a look at the Slimco replay and see if we can find out what happened. Never do see him in your screen. There he is, right there at the bottom on the right-hand side.
Yeah, and he was maintaining the block late, but just as Williams got tackled, both of the tackler and Williams went down, and it looked like he may have gotten his leg in underneath that and fell backwards on it, twisted it a little bit. Hopefully that's all it is, but it looked like basically by the way they're helping him off the field, he's got a twisted knee or upper ankle sprain there maybe.
Comeaux will play 2nd and 4 when we go back to play. You know, we've seen just about all of the teams in this district. I'm not sure if these two teams don't have the best team speed altogether.
I
know Carencro, obviously, but Comeaux also.
They do have tremendous speed.
There's Benoit, runs over a would-be tackler and gets it down inside the 35, and another first down for Comeaux.
Then in that last play there, we talked about the speed as we look at the Paradise Homes player profile. One of the things that I've been impressed with Tyler since we've seen him, and really we were doing the game when he had his coming out party when Whitfield did get hurt. The fact that he has been able to run the ball with authority and a little bit harder running than we've seen. He's always had the outside speed, but here you get a chance to look at it in a Slimco instant replay. He's punishing people, lowering that shoulder, doing a good job there as well.
First down and 10. I formation once again, and Williams on first down again. And this guy's been a load all night long. And another 5 yards on first down. Garen Jim moved in to make the stop, but not before Williams picked up 5. And Brian Longley can continue to get 5 yards on first down. He's going to be a very happy head coach.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a type of thing that I'm sure is exactly what he's looking for. He's got Benoit to try to take things outside or around the tackle sometimes, and he's got Williams to take it through the middle and giving Carencro nothing that they can actually key on here.
Again from the I, here is Benoit, straight ahead, down to about the 21, and that's going to move the chains again. It's not like they're doing anything real fancy. They're just lining up and running the football.
Right. As far as the running backs are concerned, that time, if you saw that, they did pull some linemen there, do a little counter action, try to make the flow go one way and come back the other way. Normally you'll see a running back in that particular instance, particularly the tailback. They'll take a step to the opposite side, almost do like a basketball jab step, go one way and then come back the other way. Of course, Comeaux did a good job at pulling, brought some people from the left side, the offensive line, to block in the middle of the hole on the right side, and Benoit did the rest, and he's got another first down.
All he had to do was ask me. I could have saved him all the trouble bringing the chains in. It's going to bring up another first down and 10. Ball inside the 22-yard line. Comeaux started this drive on their own 14, and of course they got the big run from Darius Williams right off the bat that got him out of a hole and out to the 45. And since then, it's just been roughly 4 and 5 yards every time they touch the football. Williams This time the Carencro defense takes care of it. A fumble recovered by the Bears. Picking it up was DeMarcus Carmouche, the defensive end, who we highlighted when we showed you the defense at the beginning. So Carmouche recovers the fumble, and Carencro turns back a Comeaux threat here early.
You see DeMarcus there, big guy along the line who's had an outstanding season so far. He's the guy that comes up with the fumble. Williams with the carry. Somebody got an arm in there and spun Williams around, and as he spun him around, actually got a handle on the football as well, kind of stripped it away from him. And Carencro turns away a great Comeaux drive, and now they've got some momentum with Lucas Taylor, the junior, at quarterback.
Taylor has Herbert Hill dotting the I on first down. Lawrence goes in motion. Taylor will keep it, but pick up only about a yard or so as they tried a little misdirection play. Coming through for Comeaux to make the stop was Wendell Garrett, and here is the Bell South offense for the Golden Bears. And there's an awful lot of speed in that backfield. There you see the offensive line. 2 yards on the play from the 26 at second down. Split backs this time. Lawrence goes in motion again. Taylor pitches out to Lawrence. Get him to the outside and turn the corner. He'll be stopped shy of the first down at about the 33. But now that'll bring up 3rd and short. There you see the defense for Comeaux. Nevels was the one who made the open field tackle.
And people that have maybe not have been following Carencro that much, they'll notice that Ken Lawrence lines up as a split end or a wideout in most plays, but he still will get a lot of carries, just like he did last year when he was a starting tailback.
Lawrence goes in motion again. And on 3rd down, that's Herbert Hill. Knocked down by Comeaux's number 45, Jay Daniels. And he is stopped shy of the first down, and the Bears will send in their punting unit. We'll see Brady Dalfrey, who's an outstanding punter for the Golden Bears.
Well, Comeaux, even though they turned the ball over, they've got to be very happy about being able to turn Carencro. It looks like you're 3 and out on their first offensive series.
Gilbert, one of the deep men, along with it looks like Flugents. High kick. It will take a Carencro bounce and get inside the 30 and down to the 25-yard line, and that's where Comeaux will put it in play. First down and 10, 5:49 to go first quarter in a scoreless football game. Jay Walker, Barry Sherman here in Carencro tonight in Week 10.
Not a pretty looking punt there, but effective nonetheless. A very high punt. Both of the return men for Comeaux were yelling at their blockers to get out of the way. They were afraid that the ball was going to come down, possibly hit an up man. Didn't do that, but what it did is got a great Carencro bounce after it hit. Got about 15 yards after it first hit the ground.
2 wide receivers on the right-hand side. Again, the I formation. And on first down, it is Benoit out to the 30. But they're still getting it at 5 yards a clip, Barry.
Yeah, that's been about their pattern here. Right now, I've got 9 rushes between Williams and Benoit. And of course, you take away the 30-yard run, everything else has been 5, 6, 5, 6, 3, 7. So they've pretty much been on schedule.
Second down, 5 yards to go. I formation again. Williams and Benoit. Benoit once again, no. Play action fake, and the pass out to Williams, and the missed tackle. He's to midfield, lowers his head and gets down to the 39-yard line. He had quite a collision with Travis Griffin.
Nice looking play there. A little roll out to the right, screen to the fullback coming out of the backfield. Good play action fake there. Williams a little bit behind him, but does a great job at adjusting to the football. Makes a man miss there, and then it's down the sidelines, and boom, right there at the end. He lowers the shoulder
You love a running back that can punish somebody.
Justin Goodwin came in, made the hit, got him down, but took a little punishment himself. I'm sorry, that was Travis Griffin looking at the wrong number 15.
Shotgun to Benoit. Benoit gets a couple, and that's about all. As this time, Tim Arsenault was there to make the stop. For tonight's game, we had a coach visit with Coach Brian Longlinay and asked him about this contest tonight.
All right. My overall view of the season is a very exciting one. This is a very important time for our team. I think we're very happy that we're going to the playoffs for the second year in a row. Hopefully we can win this game and get a home game and host it at our place. That'd be quite some time since we've done that. Just very excited for our seniors. This is the third time in 4 years that they've been to the playoffs, and hopefully we can go past the second, third, fourth round and go in deep into November and hopefully get a chance, get lucky and fortunate in the playoffs so that we can get a chance to go to the Dome, which we all want to.
Coach Brian Longlinay. In the meantime, the football down to the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 4 for the Spartans, who threatened the first time they had the ball, but a fumble ended that particular threat. They've had the football almost the entire first quarter. Acadiana keeps it, gets down to the 30. That's going to be about a yard or a yard and a half shy of the first down, and Coach Longlinay now's got a decision to make on 4th and short.
Faked the fullback dive there. Looked like it was a regular option type play, but Acadiana made a move upfield a lot quicker than maybe he, in retrospect, wanted to. Carencro closed that gap very quickly. 4th down, and looks like a long one.
About a yard and a half, it looks like. They need to get just about to the 29-yard line.
Aaron Bokenkamp coming in late with the play. Play clock down under 10.
Benoit and Williams. Play clock at 5. They get it off in time. Benoit straight ahead. I believe he'll have the first down with that second effort, and judging by the spot that the linesman's giving, that'll move the chains for the Spartans.
He got hit, probably about a half yard short, but he was able to take that hit and spin around, and I think that extra second effort right there, he's down. He hit Garen. Jim hit him, but he was able to take that hit and still spin around before his knee went down.
I got to tell you, now that I look, he didn't get a very good spot. He spotted at the 29.
It looked originally like he was going to be inside the 29, and that would have definitely been enough for the first down. This is close enough to still bring the chains out, but I think he still has it.
Length of the football, 1st and 10. Clock stops momentarily, 2:37 left to play in the first period. Carencro and Comeaux are scoreless. Now the clock will begin to move as you get a look at the visitors' sidelines in the stands.
They're going to have a hard time getting this play.
5 on the play clock. But they do get it off. And the quarterback still has the football. Acadiana inside the 5 to the 2. And now the ball in the end zone, but they're going to rule that he was down. At the 2-yard line, it'll be 1st and goal, and a great fake to the fullback. Acadiana kept the football and did an outstanding job getting it inside the 5.
Good blocking as well, because he had a big hole to that left side. Take a look at it on the Slimco replay. Fakes the fullback dive. Looks like an option play, but you can see that Tyler Benoit is way out and away from the play there. Good blocking. Acadiana going down, and the ball pops out right there.
Wilton Bozier saved the touchdown. 1st and goal at the 2. Ball is given off and into the end zone for the touchdown. Aaron McCauley. No, I'm sorry, it's Danny Flugents. And Comeaux draws first blood and leads 6-0.
Comeaux with the full house backfield there, including Danny Flugents in there, and he's the one that gets the handoff, goes to the right side off right tackle, in for the 2-yard touchdown.
Comeaux will send their kicking team in. Jay Daniels will hold. Blake Landry for the point after.
Referee Craig Tyler coming to the sideline here. I think we might have some kind of clock problem. Yeah, they're motioning to the coaching staff to talk to the booth here. I think a few seconds went off the clock after they ruled him down.
Yeah, they want to add 5 seconds to it. It's at
Into the end
1:15.
zone.
They want it to read 1:20. Kick on its way. Kick is good. 1:20 to go. First quarter. Comeaux 7, Carencro nothing. Back with a Spartans kickoff after this on KLAF. All right, Barry, let's see what we got here, buddy. That looks like a halftime cookie to me.
It looks like it might have a little coconut in it. That got coconut in it, you think? Macaron type thing? Yep. Thank you.
Comeaux getting ready to kick it off. And a good deep kick. Comes down to Hill at the 2. To the outside, and Herbert Hill out across the 25. And that's where Carencro will have it first down.
Nice deep kickoff there. Good coverage, though, by Comeaux. Decent return, 25-yard line. Not bad starting position for Carencro, who's only had 3 offensive snaps here in the first quarter, and we're down to a minute, 12 seconds left.
I formation, Hill Dotson. And on first down, it's going to be the fullback straight ahead. That is Joe Jones. Picks up about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I could say it, Jay, but I'm not going to. Joe Jones with a good carry there. Fullback dive. Get a couple of yards.
It'll bring up 2nd down, and before the game, our camera crew had a chance to visit with Carencro coach Mac Barus.
Well, so far this year, things have been pretty dang good. You know, we started off with a big win at St. Thomas More, and I think that kind of helped us out the next 2 weeks when we had a very tough 2 games at home against West Monroe and Rummel. We were able to win both of those and got in the district, and things were going pretty smooth till Barbe came in here. And that night we didn't play real well, and they played really well, and ended up getting a loss. Hopefully it worked as a wake-up call for us, and we've played well since then.
Got a chance to see the speed of Lucas Taylor as he was able to shake a couple of would-be tacklers before Josh Jean-Louis made the tackle. Out to the 41, first down, Carencro. Handoff is to Herbert Hill, and Herbert Hill's got some room. Good stiff arm. He's out to midfield. They'll mark him at the 49 for a pickup of 8. Time now for our first sideline report of the night, brought to you by Landry Harris and Company. Professional Insurance Corporation. Downstairs, let's bring in our colleague, Angel Webb Stanford.
There's been a lot of talk about last year's game. Last year this, last year that. Well, talking to Comeaux's head coach, he said last year is last year. What he wants to focus on tonight is playing hard and staying mentally focused. He said they had a good week of practice and they're ready for tonight's game. Back to you guys.
We have gotten to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Comeaux 7, Carencro nothing. We'll be back right after this on KLAF. Beginning of the second quarter, Comeaux on top 7-0. Carencro with a second down and a couple, just shy of midfield. Jones and Hill are the setbacks. Lawrence now goes in motion. And the handoff is to Hill. Good stutter step. And then he gets around the corner. First down inside the 40. What a move by Herbert Hill.
Well, Herbert Hill, he's got speed. State champion in the 100-meter dash, but that time showed some elusiveness. Able to stop on a dime, go a different direction, make a man miss, get to the outside, and pick up good yardage.
Here it is again on the Slumco replay. Boy, that was just a quick move to the outside, and then all of a sudden he cut it straight ahead. And when he went to the outside, there was just nobody there that could keep up with him speed-wise. First down, 10 yards to go. Taylor looking to throw it. Now he'll run it. Makes one man miss, gets inside the 30 to the 29. That'll be a pickup of about 7 on first down.
Of course, going into this year, Carencro was going to be throwing the ball a little bit more than they ever had in the past. That's one of the reasons why they put Lawrence out as a wide receiver. Taylor really developing as a quarterback that time. Good coverage by Comeaux, but Taylor does a good job of keeping it, getting some good yardage.
When we say that they're going to throw, that they were going to throw it more than they ever have, of course everything's relative, because all he had to do was throw it twice a game, and that would be a new record for Mac Bowers. But they are throwing it a little bit more this year. On the option play, Herbert Hill gets a good block from Lawrence and is run out of bounds at the 23, and there's your penalty marker and a late hit. We'll move it half the distance to the goal.
Does an excellent job running that option play that time. Made everybody commit, got the pitch as late as he possibly could to Hill. Hill got the corner turn, and as you mentioned, Lawrence with a good downfield block as a wide receiver. You see it right there, kept the hands in tight. Hill gets knocked out and then gets taken an extra shot there.
Flugents could have gotten away with the bump, but not the hog tie and collar out of bounds, and that'll be a personal foul against Comeaux, which will move the football down to about the 12-yard line. They will mark it, in fact, at the 11. It'll be 1st and 10. .11:04 left to go in the first half. Carencro 3 and out on their first possession, but they've driven all the way down to the Comeaux 11 on this one. Hill and Jones are split backs behind Taylor. Lawrence going in motion. Handoff is to Jones, and he is down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Pickup of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Next week we are going to be somewhere. We have no clue where, but we plan to be somewhere for a state playoff game next week. As they say, check your local listings. Lawrence wide to the left. Taylor rolling left. Gets the pass away. Has him open. Touchdown. There's Lawrence in the end zone. And we're an extra point away from tying it up. Lucas Taylor to Quentin Lawrence.
See Quentin Lawrence going back to the sidelines. They had the senior, number 4. Already had a couple of rushes tonight. We'll see him doing that even though he split out as a flanker or wide receiver. This time, one-on-one coverage. He's able to make his man bite and then get to the outside. Nice looking throw there from Taylor. 8-yard score for the touchdown. 10:25 to go, second quarter.
Castile is in for the extra point. Taylor to hold. Kick on its way. Kick is good. We're all tied. 10:25 to go first half. Carencro 7, Comeaux 7. Back with the Golden Bears kickoff right after this on KLAN. No. Don't forget, every Monday night, it's the Ricky Bustle Show. Your chance to visit with the head coach of Louisiana's Raging Cajuns. This Monday night, we'll have highlights of the Florida International game, which will be played tomorrow at Cajun Field, and a conversation with offensive coordinator Rob Christoffel. That's this Monday night, the Ricky Bustle Show, 10:30 right here on KLAN. Kick will go in and out of the end zone, and the Spartans will have it at the 20 for their next possession. Nice job by Carencro to come back and tie the football game. Now this defense from Carencro's got to show that they can stop Comeaux, and they really haven't shown it yet.
Not yet. We talked about the fact they were getting 5 yards a pop. We're talking about Comeaux on the offensive side of the ball. The only reason why they don't have 2 scores right now is because they fumbled away their first possession, because they did drive a long way. Finally got the ball in the end zone second possession, and now Carencro has answered. So now the defense for the Bears has to step up.
High formation, first down. Williams, the fullback. And again, he's got about 5 or 6 yards. A lot of credit has to be given to that offensive line from Comeaux, which is really firing off the football.
They're picking up some holes, but also the good running, hard running by both of the running backs. We've seen Benoit lower his shoulder a couple of times, and of course Williams doing the same thing that time. Hard running, gets about 7. Spotlight right there, you see the offensive line. The offensive number 74 is the tackle that was injured earlier.
Second down, it's Benoit. First down across the 30, near the 32. That'll move the chains. Let's go downstairs for a sideline report. Very quickly, here's Angel.
At the beginning of the game, we saw a Comeaux High School player go down, number 74, Craig Doffman. He has suffered from an ankle sprain, and he will be out for the rest of the game. The trainers for Comeaux said they're going to ice him down and take x-rays tomorrow. Hopefully, it won't be anything too serious.
Thanks, Angel. Your sideline report brought to you by Landry Harrison Company, a group of insurance professionals. Hand off to Benoit again. Benoit gets out across the 35 to the 36. Pickup there of about 4 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Once again, a little counter action there. Benoit looks like he can go on the left initially, comes back to the right, cuts it back a little bit inside the guard. The tackle, it looked like there. Somebody from Carencro got low, took his feet out from under him because it looked like he had a little bit bigger hold than that. Still a decent pickup of 4 yards.
Second down, 6. Handoff is to Benoit again, and for the first time tonight, the Carencro defense stops him for no gain, as it was Waylon Guillory along with Ben Eugene to make the stop. We do have a penalty marker down. It's the first time we've had a flag tonight.
Well, other than that late hit out of bounds.
Right.
That one came in really late there, Jay, and it came from the umpire. So that's normally going to be some type of face mask violation. Look, 5 yards is what they marked off there against Carencro. So my guess is it's going to be an inadvertent face mask.
And that is good enough to give Comeaux another first down out at the 42-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Carencro goes in motion. Benoit's at quarterback. He gives it off to Williams, and Williams gets a couple. Ball is on the ground, but the officials will say that he was already down.
Pointing down to the ground and winding the clock, so making sure that there is no change of possession there. It's a normal running play. Not much picked up.
About 2 yards, second down and 8. 8:20, clock running. Left to go first half in a 7-7 game. Carencro back in at quarterback. Pitch this time to Benoit, and he's in some trouble. Manages to elude one tackler before being run out of bounds by Nathaniel Dean. Gain on the play is across the 45 to the 46, so he was able to make something out of not much. It'll be 3rd and 6, and this is the longest third down situation that Comeaux had in this game.
We do have a stoppage of the clock there. No problem, I think, with the chains. That time it was Garen Jim that Benoit was able to elude in the backfield. Otherwise, it would have been a drop for a loss there. He was able to do that and get a couple of yards out of it. Still a third down. Fairly long here, about 6 yards, as you mentioned.
Gotta love Garen Jim. I mean, you just gotta love the kid.
Just a tremendous athlete, and he's just so good at getting to the ball quickly. And, you know, a lot of guys that have the speed from the linebacker position, they can get there, but they're not that big a hitter. And that's the good thing about him as well. He will hit you and hit you hard. So he's got strength and speed. Got the good combination.
3rd and 6 when we get back to play.
You get looking at the officials, and
Jerome Thomas, the line judge, was the actual injury on the play, but he's all right now.
Okay. The crew for tonight.
3rd down and 6. Benoit at quarterback, runs the quarterback draw. A man misses, and he's got a first down. They had a chance to get him about 2 yards shy of the first down, but they missed a tackle, and now to the 45-yard line. Chains will move again.
Slimco replay here. Tyler Benoit, number 1 at quarterback, and he may have thought about throwing the ball, but that looked like it was a design quarterback draw the whole way. Found this spot, as you mentioned, made a man miss out about the marker, got about 3 or 4 more yards after that. Good pickup.
First down, 10 yards to go at the 45. Williams, 2 yards straight ahead. In fact, they're only going to give him 1 to the 44. Carencro defense up to the task on that play. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Of course, Comeaux would obviously like to get more yardage out of that like they did early on here, but know for one thing, they'd like to continue running that play to set things up, hoping that they'll suck Carencro in a little bit more, be able to get outside, because that's where Benoit is most effective.
Wide receivers, top and bottom of your screen. 2nd down, option play. Carencro will keep it, but again, the Carencro defense now starting to exert itself just a little bit. And the gain only to the 42, and it'll bring up 3rd and 7. We'll see Tim Arsenault, the man who made the stop.
That time an option play, and of course we always talk about the fact that defense has to be in their lanes, got to maintain discipline on an option play. Carencro did a great job there. Carencro really didn't have anywhere to go and couldn't make the pitch because there was a man on the pitch man.
Wides both ways, left and right. 3rd down. Carencro wants a timeout.
I don't think he got it in time, Jay.
Well, at any rate, he's going to have the timeout. We'll take the break. 6:09 to go. Let you know whether he got it off in time when we come back. It's big of him. As we're getting ready to get back to play, let's quickly go downstairs for another sideline report. Here's Angel.
When talking before the game to the Carencro head coach, he was saying that it's not hard on week 10 to get your players ready to go. He said, but tonight they had an easier practice this week because they did have some bang-ups from Sulphur, but nothing will keep them from going on and pursuing a win tonight. He says he hopes to go into the playoff with momentum from a big win tonight. Only time will tell if he'll get his wish. Back to you guys.
On third down, Williams was stopped short. So for the first time tonight, Carencro is able to turn away Comeaux, and Acadiana comes in now to kick it away.
And before we forget, Jay, we got to let everybody out there know that they did wave off the flag before we went to the timeout. They said that he did call timeout before the play clock expired, so there was no delay.
And it was not a particularly popular call with the folks sitting right down in front of us.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, judging by what I heard, I'm glad we were in the break.
Didn't need to have a crowd mind picking up that explosion.
Tim Richmond is the deep man for Carencro as Acadiana gets ready to kick it away. But Carencro didn't have enough guys in the field. He had a guy with a bad chin strap had to get fixed. The kick, angling toward the sidelines, takes a good hop and is going to be down at the 5-yard line. So a nice job by Acadiana. Wasn't pretty, but it was really effective. Tonight's high school football game of the week is brought to you by Lafayette Coca-Cola. Also brought to you by courtesy GMC and courtesy Hyundai Isuzu. Want you to stick around. Lafayette Music halftime show coming up. Don't know which bands we'll see, but both of them are good.
Carencro starting deep in their own territory here.
New fullback in the game as Herbert Hill dots the I. And on first down, the give is straight ahead to that new fullback, Jamie Boudreau. And Boudreau gets a yard, maybe 2 on the play. It'll bring up second down as the clock runs with 4.5 minutes left to play in what has been a very quick first half. Each team has only thrown one pass. And we have yet to have an incompletion tonight.
Coach Barus on the sideline there.
Now Taylor back to throw, will come back up the middle. But closing quickly is the Comeaux defense, and Taylor's going to be stopped for maybe a yard gain, but now we've got a late penalty flag. Dead ball personal foul against Comeaux. That's not a good penalty to take when you've got him pinned back deep.
Yeah, and after that play, it looked like he was only going to get about a yard. It was going to be about 3rd and 8 from Carencro from about their 7 or 8 yard line. They had him stopped, but wouldn't let up after the whistle had blown. They're going to hit for an extra 15 yards.
Have a dead ball against the defense. Late hit. 15 yards. First down.
So that will move the football out to the 23-yard line and give the Crow Bears a first down. 4 minutes to go. Split backs behind Taylor. Lawrence goes in motion. And a nice job in the open field on what could have been a pretty long run that time, as Comeaux's Corey Nevels brought down Taylor after a gain of about 7, but it sure looked like it could have been more than that.
There was a big hole to the right side there, and it looked as though once Taylor got his shoulders turned and square, he was going to be off. And a great job coming across Nevels to take him down. Still a 6-yard pickup.
Second down, shotgun formation. Taylor wants to throw it, looking for Lawrence, and a good pattern out toward the outside, complete out at the 42-yard line. It's ran about a 12, 15-yard out. And, of course, with his speed, the corner's got to give up some room there. And that's why he was so wide open.
And nice job by Taylor rolling to the left. We're always talking about it's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback to roll to the left. A little bit underthrown and behind him, but Lawrence made the adjustment, came back, and actually his feet came out from under him as he stayed with the ball, made a nice reception. You see, on the year, 26 receptions for 502 yards and 9 touchdowns. So Carencro not prolific, but they've been effective in the passing game this year.
He's at the bottom of your screen this time. Pitch goes to Hill. Got the block there from Lawrence across the 45 to the 47.
About a 5-yard pickup there from Herbert Hill. Let's look at it here. Slimco replay. Fake the fullback dive. Toss. Hill gets to the corner. Lawrence providing a little bit of blocking on the outside. His man did come off and get into the play, but he maintained him long enough to give Hill an area to go with. And he got a pretty nice pickup.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Hill the lone running back this time. 3 wide receivers. And now Lawrence goes in motion, and it will be Lawrence to get the football. Makes one man miss. We got a penalty marker down. And down the sidelines goes Lawrence, and he's going to take it all the way. But this one, I believe, is coming back. Holding against the Crow Bears. That'll negate the touchdown.
That one came in fairly early, not on the initial hit. There was a Comeaux player that got into the backfield. Lawrence had come in motion from the split end position, got the handoff, little reverse type action. Comeaux player got into the backfield, actually hit him, couldn't take him down. He got through that, and it was after he turned the corner, the flag came in.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Penalty moves the football back to the 40-yard line. It'll be second down and about 12.
Second down and about 5, so you tell by that the infraction had to be about 2 or 3 yards down the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence goes wide to the left. Shotgun formation and split backs. Taylor rolling to his left, looking for Lawrence, and instead goes over the middle, and that pass is intercepted. Flugents brings it back to the Carencro 40. It was intended for Tedrick Thibodeau, but Flugents cut in front of it and picked it off, and that's the first Carencro turnover of the night. Gives Comeaux great field position at the 41-yard line as you get another look.
Once again, we'll roll out to the left side. Lawrence has time, sets, comes back, but that's tough coming back on the play like that because you're not going to see all the field, and that's what happened there. He lost sight of where Flugents was, made a good break on the ball.
I formation on first down. The fullback, penalty markers everywhere. 1, 2, 3 of them. Everybody saw that face mask, and I think that will be of the 15-yard variety. Personal foul face mask. So that's the major call. That'll move the football down inside the 20-yard line.
Face mask on the defense, 15 yards, first down.
They mark it at the 17. First and 10, Spartans trying to cash in on the Carencro turnover. 7-7 your score with 1:33 left. Comeaux has 2 timeouts remaining. Acadiana on first down, sends a man in motion, gives the ball to Benoit. And he lost the football. Carencro says they have it. Let's wait and see what the officials say. They say that Comeaux recovered, and it looked like Benoit got back his own fumble. And he did. Loss in the play back to the 23-yard line. And here it is again on the Slimco replay. See the give to Benoit there. And a nice job by Carencro's number 21, Brian Celestine, to knock the ball loose. Second down, about 16 to go. Carencro with the pitch. That's Benoit, and there's Garen Jim. Gets him back at the 25. Comeaux will take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 43 seconds in the first half. We're tied at 7. Your car where it needs to go. Gary's can do it. It takes our generator where it needs to go. Gary's towing 237-3900. Third and long. Benoit with a direct snap. Has to fall on it. And after the face mask call, they started at the 17 and then went backwards. They're all the way back at the 30-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and 23. Boy, the last thing you want if you're a coach, here it is on the Slimco replay. Take time out and go ahead and call the play and then have it just disintegrate in front of you. Comeaux will use their final timeout here with 26 seconds left to play in the first half and a 7-7 tie. Barry Sherman is downstairs. He'll talk with, grab one of the coaches at the half as you take a look, or get ready to take a look at the standings in District 3-5A coming into tonight. You see Carencro and Sulphur tied at 5-1. Comeaux and Barbe tied at 4-2. Lafayette 3-3. Acadiana 2-4. And all 6 of those teams have got a chance to get into the playoffs. It would help, well, Lafayette's got to win tonight, and it would help Acadiana to win tonight as well. But it's very possible that this district could get 6 teams into the field of 32. Of course, all of that is going to be announced Sunday night by the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. They will seed the teams 1 through 32 in each classification. And then the first round of the state playoffs will begin next Friday night. It'll culminate December 12th and 13th at the Louisiana Superdome. Now, we're planning to be somewhere next week. Don't know where it'll be, but you should have high school football on next Friday night. 4th down. Comeaux will go for it with 26 seconds left. Benoit goes in motion. Carencro back to throw. And he's going to go for all of it downfield, looking for Benoit, but that pass is knocked away. Incomplete, and Carencro will take over 1st and 10 with 21 seconds left to play in the first half. We were hoping for a good one, and guess what? We've got a good one here tonight. There you see Josh Thompson, one of the guys who knocked the football away. As barring somebody breaking a long one, we're going to go to the break. Tied at 7. On first down, Taylor still has the football, and he's got some room to the 40 and bumped out of bounds at about the 43. That'll stop the clock with 13 seconds left in the half. But they're close enough to midfield with 13 seconds left to where if they want to take a shot at the end zone, they can. So don't go to the refrigerator yet. Here it is again on the Slimco replay. There's the bump out of bounds as Flugens knocked him out. Lawrence is to the top of your screen. We'll keep an eye on him. Shotgun formation. Taylor rolling to his left. Looking. Will keep the football. Won't get far. Just out to the 45. Carencro frantically trying to call a timeout, and they get it with 6 seconds to go. We'll take a break and be right back. Chance for one more play. Option. And Taylor shakes one tackle and cuts it to the outside. Now he's got a wall in front of him. But he'll get caught from behind and dropped at the 17-yard line. And there are zeros up on the clock. Been an exciting first half. It's everything we hoped it would be. Carencro and Comeaux are tied at 7 apiece. Barry Sherman is going to try to get to Brian Longley, and get a word from him as we go into the halftime break. Coach Longlinay was with Barry, went to say something to his squad real quick, and now is making his way back. And now let's go downstairs with the coach. Here's Barry Sherman.
Barry Sherman down on the field for the halftime report, brought to you by the Man Companies with Comeaux's head coach Brian Longlinay. And Brian, offensively, you moved the ball really effectively. I know you got to be disappointed with that first turnover.
Oh yeah, turnovers are always disappointing no matter when they happen or who you playing. We just got to capitalize when we get time on the when we get the ball. We got to capitalize on every opportunity they have. They got a great defense and a great offense. Our weapon, we got to keep their offense off the field. And when we create a turnover like that, that's the problem. And then when we get a turnover ourselves, we got to take opportunities from that also. So we'll try to do a little bit better in the second half.
I think defensively, though, you have to be pretty pleased you were able to keep them in check, although they did get a couple of runs there kind of late in the game.
Well, that doesn't concern me. The score, bottom line is the score is 7-7. It's even. We got to play one better than them in the second half.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. All right, it's Coach Brian Longlinay for Comeaux. You heard him talk about it. He's a little bit concerned, but also pretty happy about where he is. It's 7-7 at halftime. He's got to like that on the road versus the #1 team in the state as far as the power rankings are concerned. So Brian Longlinay pretty happy at halftime, and a 7-7 game. Looks like we're going to have a good one here, so stick around. Your halftime report brought to you by the Man Companies. Ben and David Mann, go see them because they've got a deal for you. You bet.
All right, Barry, thanks very much. It's halftime, 7-7 your score, and we'll come back here to Carencro, and don't forget, we've got your Lafayette Music halftime coming up a little bit later on. And as we go to the break, your score, Carencro 7, Comeaux 7. High school football continues after this on KLAF.
Welcome back to Carencro High School Stadium. This is Brian Taylor, the band director from UL Lafayette, the director of the Pride of Acadiana, and I'm your host here for the Lafayette Music Halftime Report. On the field right now is the Carencro High School Golden Bruin Band they're presenting. Along with me up here is Angel Lewis. We're going to be commented on the halftime.
My favorite part of the Sulphur is all of the rifles. That's my favorite part. And the color guard tonight is using some new flags, from what I understand, and they're going to be changing flags 3 different times from what I've heard down on the field.
That's right. Their show this year is all about the seasons. The first, and their music is original. The first tune, we're starting with summer. So we see a nice summery flag back there with all that yellow and gold.
So maybe we have the band to thank for this cooler weather. They're changing the season for us. You know, finally we got football season. You know, sometimes I notice that there's 3 or 4 band leaders. How do they know which one they're supposed to be looking at? Like here, there's only 1, but sometimes, like at Comeaux, when we see Comeaux's band, they can have like 3 different.
That's right. Well, because the drill is so intricate, and sometimes it goes to different parts of the field and even faces backfield, the conductors have to work together because on some places, the people on the field can't see the person on the center podium, but the other conductors are all following the one that's on the 50. And a lot of times when you'll see three drum majors, they'll switch in and out so that everybody gets a chance to be on the center for a little while.
Now I notice here in the right corner, there's a guy all by himself. Is that usual where you just have somebody by themselves performing?
There might be reasons for that. He might have hurt his knee or his leg, and he may not be able to march, but he still wants to contribute.
Oh, okay.
So that's usually there's some reason for him to be on the sideline. With all this flu going around, it might very well be he may have missed some rehearsal this week because of all that flu.
And we've noticed that the color guard has changed their flags. I guess this is more of
an autumn.
Autumn, yeah. And they're wearing some very sparkly outfits that go really well with any of the flags that they're going to be using tonight.
I agree with you.
Check this out over here in the corner. The drum squad is going crazy. They were just dancing and everything.
good. Doing a typical drum solo, they feature the snares, and then they feature the tenor drums, and they feature the bass drums.
You ever think the guy on the front right there, he's got that big drum, you ever think he gets upset that he doesn't actually get to go on the field and do some walking? Or
No, because he adds so much by using that big bass drum. It makes the impacts to where you can actually feel them.
So when you say you like to feel the band, it's from him.
That's right. Because if he hits that thing just right at the right time, at the right volume, it makes everything on the field that much stronger. Looks like we're about to move into winter. Drum major Ashley Thomas is leading the band. This is the Lafayette Music Halftime Report. We want to thank the good people down at Lafayette Music who allow us to show these high school bands for you. So even if you were watching this and you didn't know this was the seasons, you could tell just by the change in color that each of the colors really invokes the season. We have this dance in the front here with these silvery scarves, and that makes it look like snow or cold or you know, brittle, thin air.
And it's kind of cold out here tonight. I see a lot of lips down there. Some cheerleaders earlier were saying how their lips were blue, and we were wondering if they had this was a nude lipstick. They said no, it's just cold. I said, well, it's, you know, it's winter time. It's coming.
I personally am enjoying the weather.
Me too. This is football weather now.
That's right.
For a band this size, how often would you venture to say that they have to practice in order to make these formations look so clean?
Typically, the high schools in this area, they practice during the school day, and then they usually do practice Tuesday and Thursday afternoons after school, sometimes Wednesday also, depending on how close they are to going to contests. And usually they practice on Fridays if they have the football games.
Will they learn a new routine each week, or do they just kind of use one or two routines and they just rotate them? Or?
In order to be competitive at marching contests, you typically have to do one show and work on it all year. They start in band camp in August, and they'll learn the first or two tunes, and then they just add as they go through the season, as well as cleaning the first part. So they're cleaning and adding all at the same time. Wow, a big finish for winter there.
That was really nice.
Band director is Christy Thibodeau, by the way. I forgot to mention that. And we're getting into the spring. What color? You gonna guess what color they're gonna pull out?
Probably like if it's spring, it's gonna have flowery colors. So it's gonna be either like a reddish or I see some magenta. My favorite colors.
It's gonna be very bright.
Very bright. Yep. We see some magenta and gold and purple flags coming in.
That was great. If you notice, there was a lot of times you saw the color guard. When the flags all spin together, it just is a great effect. It's a great effect. Mrs. Christy Thibodeau is the band director here. Ashley Thomas is the drum major. Rachel Cormier is the color guard captain. The drum captain is Damian Barker. And the band president is Blake Viatar.
Now, last week we were at Clarkfield and we watched ERAF perform, and they were getting ready for Saturday's big performance. How did they do? Who placed? And
we had a great day at Cajun Field with 30 bands coming to the showcase of marching bands, and of course that's sponsored by Lafayette Music as well as this halftime report. Lafayette Music and ULL worked together to produce this. The big winner of the day was Lafayette High School. They were the champion, and reserve champion was Vanderbilt High School from Houma. We had several of the local bands place in the upper echelon. Comeaux was third, and Acadiana was fourth, and ERAF, the band we saw last week, came in sixth.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And as normal, they placed higher than some bands that were 3 times their size. So they do a great job. Just like the Carencro High School, they did a great job on Saturday also. They did a wonderful performance. I happened to catch the performance. I was doing lots of stuff all around trying to win the contest, but I got to catch most of this. They did an outstanding job.
Well, the last time that we did the Lafayette High football game, the band wasn't there. They were actually in Atlanta, and I understand that they placed in Atlanta as well. So when we were, waiting for tonight's kind of wrap up with you, I was wondering, where did they place? How did ERAF do? Where did Lafayette High break? So yeah, I was very excited about that.
Yeah, we got the Carencro High School drum line here showing off to the crowd, doing their cadence.
This is the stuff that people love at parades.
That's right. This is the street beat that the drum line uses to keep the band in step as they march through the parade. And a lot of times it's a point of pride for the drum line because that's their chance to shine.
Oh.
And you can tell they're really enjoying it.
Yeah, they're really getting it.
Well, as we move off the field, we want to thank you for watching the Lafayette Music Halftime Report. I'm Brian Taylor, and we hope to see you next week. We'll be right back after this.
Seven is your score here at halftime, and the second half is anything like the first, we're in for a treat because it was a very well played first half, each team with just 1 turnover. We talked about the playoff scenario in this particular district, but some of the other districts in the area. In District 4A, Sam Houston has already won the district, and you've got a fight. Eunice right near the cusp of getting in. The Bobcats would need a win tonight against Washington Marion and perhaps a little help in order to get in the playoffs. 5-4A, of course, a big game tonight over at St. Thomas More. Northside can win the district outright with a victory over STM, and a victory by the Cougars would probably throw it into a 3-way tie. St. Martinville, of course, would have to win tonight against Abbeville. Breaux Bridge is hoping for a victory tonight at Opelousas and maybe a little help in order to get into the playoffs. 5-3A, Cecilia can get a piece of the district title if they can upset Notre Dame. They've got them at home this evening. Notre Dame, Church Point, Cecilia all look like teams that will be in the playoffs. In 6-3A, you've got Turlings with the night off as far as district play is concerned, but ERAF and Catholic High can each get a piece of the district championship with a victory this evening. Those 3 teams and probably North Vermilion all on their way to the playoffs. In District 6-2A, Mamou and Iota are playing tonight. An Iota victory makes it a 3-way tie for the championship. Mamou, Iota, Sacred Heart, Oakdale all figure to get in from that district. Port Barry and Opelousas Catholic from 7-2A. Port Barry's at North Central tonight with a chance to win the district championship outright. Big game in Eunice tonight, East Beauregard and St. Edmund. Elton, South Cameron, Basile also hoping to get into the playoffs. And in 8A, of course, Vermilion Catholic, the district champion there. They can win it outright with a victory tonight over Hanson. Commercial break, and we'll have halftime stats in your second half of play when we return right after this timeout on KLAF. Carencro and Comeaux, Golden Bears will have the football to start the second half. There you see we've got an awfully even football game, 7-7, and as we show you the halftime statistics, you're going to find out that the Bell South halftime statistics say it's just pretty even there too. Everything is about as even as you can get.
Spartans got a slight edge in passing and rushing yards, but the total edge is only about 27 yards. They're actually about 17 yards. And turnovers even, penalties about even, so 7-7.
About even.
Even.
That's Even. Bell South halftime statistics. It's, you know, I would imagine that Mac Barus probably wasn't real happy when he went in at halftime. You know, it's a tough night for his football team because they had the big emotional win last week, going down to Sulphur and getting the win. You've got the state playoffs next week, and you've got this game in between. And I'll be honest, I thought his team at the beginning of the football game looked a little flat.
Possibly so. They definitely didn't seem like they had the intensity that Comeaux had, but you got to kind of expect that to some extent. I mean, because Comeaux is really looking to solidify themselves, and Carencro knows where they are. They're really the only thing they're playing for is to maintain that #1 ranking. In the first half, we did have a few good plays, some things that we could take a look at, so we'll review for everybody out there some of the things that happened in the first half. Comeaux with the ball. That was the first fumble, the turnover, and really that was before any score, and Williams gave up the football. Taylor with the touchdown pass to even things up to Quentin Lawrence. This is a turnover that you heard Coach Longley talk about at halftime, that he really wishes they would have been able to take advantage of that. Got the ball down inside Carencro territory after that interception, and we're not able to come away with any points.
We're about ready to go at the start of the second half. Carencro will get the football to start things off. Lawrence and McCauley, make it Lawrence and Bozier are the deep men. This one will come down to Lawrence at the 5-yard line. To the 25. And that's where the Bears will have it first down. Dustin Drawn made the tackle for the Spartans. So first down at the 25, and we'll see what the Bears can do offensively on their first possession of the second half.
Another stat that we didn't talk about in that first half, Comeaux wound up with 11 first downs and Carencro 7. So a little bit of an edge there. Carencro tending to get theirs in bigger chunks.
Taylor on first down. Rolls to his left and will have to keep it himself, and banged out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Just a couple of yards on the play. Corey Neville's made the stop for the Spartans. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, a good job there for the Spartans, stringing that out. Never really able to get things turned completely square to the line of scrimmage. Got outside, but knocked out of bounds firmly after the short pickup.
Lawrence goes to the top of your screen. Split backs on second down. And it is still the quarterback, Taylor. Gets out to about the 30, and that's it. Jacob Perrette was in there to make the stop. There's to look at Jamie Boudreau. That'll be third down and about 4.
Boudreau, along with Jones, have been kind of alternating in and out at the fullback position for Carencro.
Two wide receivers, one to either side. I formation this time. Option play, there's Herbert Hill. First down, out to the 41-yard line. Josh John Lewis ran him out of bounds, but not before Hill picked up the first down.
Excellent execution there on the option play. Take a look at the stats for Herbert on the season. Rushes 670 and 7 touchdowns. Taylor got hit just as he was getting rid of the pitch there. Made the man commit, allowed Hill to get to the outside, turn the corner. About 11 yards on the pickup.
This time 3 wide receivers. They'll shift into the I with Hill dotting it. Lawrence going to his right. There's the option, and again the pitch to Hill. Hill makes a man miss, turns it upfield, and picks up about 3 yards on a play that could have gone for negative yardage. Trey Fitzgerald ran him out of bounds. But Hill picks up about 3. It's 2nd down and 7.
You see Herbert Hill going back into the huddle there, and once again watching his elusiveness on the field. That time made a man miss in the backfield. Comeaux had that well defended on the option, but Hill one-on-one got through the tackle on the backfield, able to get something positive out of it.
Again, the I formation. The handoff is to Boudreau, straight ahead, and he's across the 45-yard line and gets up to about the 47. He'll be about 3 yards shy of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. First possession of the second half. Garin Jim, who makes an occasional appearance on offenses in the football game for the Bears right here. The handoff is to Jim, and Jim is bumped down. We've got a penalty marker before this play got underway. That usually means a false start on the offense.
Linesman threw it from the far side.
That'll back Carencro up 5.
Of course, that whistle blew that play dead. It looked as though Comeaux had that pretty well defended to begin with, but maybe in the long run it might be more beneficial here for Carencro to get another shot at it, because that play didn't look like it was going to work for the first down.
Wendell Garrett had given Jim the pop, which knocked him down pretty much at the line of scrimmage, but it was all for naught.
On the offense, replay 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down, and they need to get just across midfield. They don't have to get it to the 49, but they do have to get the nose of the football across midfield. And now the quarterback draw. He's going to try to get to the outside and turn the corner, and he does. First down and more. Down the sideline he goes. Finally dropped at the 30-yard line. Sean Lewis made the tackle, but not before Taylor picked up a bunch.
30-yard pickup there for Taylor. Really only once he got through the line there, he had one person beat. I believe that was Danny Flugents, who had the containment. Little pump fake there, looked like, and then he just decided, he saw some open area right there. Flugents has a shot at him, but Taylor gets to the outside, to the sideline. And once he does that, able to cut back here at the last second, come back in, get some more yards, but 30-yard pickup, first down.
Thibodeau left, Lawrence right on first down. Taylor this time rolling to his left will pick up nothing.
Trey Fitzgerald, number 36 for the Spartans, in on that and did a great job at taking Taylor down and also keeping him from making the pitch there on the option. He had Lawrence running with him for an option pitch, but he couldn't get it to him. Take a look at Lucas Taylor, the player Michael Vick. He looked a little bit like old Michael there before the injury, at least, getting to the outside and making something happen.
Wide receivers to either side. And whistles before the play gets underway. And we are going to have a timeout called by Carencro. 8:38 to go in the third, tied at 7. Back after this on KLAF. Back to play. Taylor flips it back to Hill. And Hill shakes off a tackle or two and gets inside the 25 down to the 23. He'll be shy of the first down by about 3 yards, and it'll bring up third down. By the time we snap the football again, the clock will be down around the 8-minute mark, left to go in the third quarter.
Just a quick toss that time to Hill, and Hill did a good job at cutting back there. Looked like he was trying to get to the corner, to the sideline, but came back toward the middle of the field. Pick up a third down here, third and short for the Bears.
On third down, Taylor gives it to Jones, and Jones breaks a couple of tackles, and he's got the first down toward the 15-yard line.
Just good, hard power running right there from Jones. It looked like he was going to be taken down short of the first down. Kept the legs moving and really grinded that one out. got another 6 or 7 yards after the contact, and that's plenty enough for the first down. Well, as disappointed as Coach Barus may have been in the first half, he's got to be happy right now. This is a nice, methodical drive.
First down and 10. Taylor barking signals. Runs the option, but is going to be knocked down for a loss.
It's Corey Nevels once again.
Nevels, we've called his name several times tonight.
See the senior linebacker there for the Spartans. He was in quickly there, and once again, Taylor had Lawrence on the pitch if he wanted to. See it here on the Slimco replay, but he had decided to try to cut back. Neville stayed with him, took him down, never was able to get the pitch nor make the cutback.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Hill is the lone running back, but he'll give it to Lawrence coming around. Lawrence is in deep trouble and goes down at the 31. That's a loss of 12.
Well, Nevels looked like he might get credit for that tackle there, but Lawrence went down, but he went down because he was in trouble. There you take a look at Corey Nevels, the 5'11 senior for Comeaux. Brian Urlacher, his favorite player. Didn't get the number there, Jay, but there was a Comeaux player that really disrupted that play by getting in on Taylor very quickly and really kind of made that play go awry from the beginning.
3rd and a lot. Lawrence goes in motion. Taylor still has the football, looking for Lawrence. Now he's going to have to run it, and is run out of bounds. They'll mark him at about the 26-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 19.
Well, he's trying to get Lawrence to the outside, and he did have him. He was running down the left side and got into the end zone eventually, but Taylor had a little pressure, ducked under it, and as he was rolling to the left, that was going to be a tough throw coming back across his body. Decided to run it, got something positive.
They'll bring in Dalfrey to try one from 44 yards from the left hash mark. Taylor will hold. Plenty of leg. Kick on its way, and the kick is no good. He had plenty of distance, missed it to the left.
Just didn't quite get the hook in at the last second to get it through.
So Comeaux will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st down. Here it is on the Slimco replay.
Watch your left of your screen there and see if you see the ball in front of the post.
That was a 44-yard try, and he had enough leg for almost 60 yards away.
That cleared it easily, very high up the pole, almost all above the upright.
Williams and Benoit in the I formation, and it's Williams on 1st down. That is a play that had great success early in the game, but the last couple of series, Carencro has stopped that fullback dive on 1st down.
Clock running here as you see it on your screen coming up on the 5:30 mark. So Carencro doesn't get anything out of that drive, but they did control that ball for over 6 minutes.
Two wide receivers left side. I formation once again. Play action. Chrétien with the pass to Williams, and a nice job in the open field to run him down by Josh Thompson. Gain is out to about the 28-yard line, shy of the 1st down. It'll bring up 3rd and 2.
See Josh Thompson there, Paradise Homes player profile. Favorite player is Sammy Knight. Ex-New Orleans Saint, now a member of the Miami Dolphins.
3rd and a couple. Williams and Benoit in the backfield behind Chrétien. Benoit. Second effort. Don't think he got there. Slow. He's going to. I'll tell you what, though, if it's a right foot spot, he's got it.
Well, line judge has got looking for the line judge and the linesman, see which one's got the actual spot here. Looks like it's going to be the near side, the line judge, and that is going to be a little short.
It's going to be just inches short of the first down, and again, a nice job by Josh Thompson. 4th down and inches, and Comeaux will punt it away. Tim Richmond is the deep man as Carencro gets ready to kick it away. Clock running inside of 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Good snap. Gets the kick away. Fair catch made. 39-yard line, and that's where the Crow Bears will put it in play. 3 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of a 7-7 game.
Why is the clock moving?
That's a good question.
Call it 3:31, and now we're down to 3:19, 3:18. I don't understand that. Not on the chains of possessions after a fair caught punt. That doesn't make any sense.
It's still running, and it's going to get down in there. Now they finally give the sign to stop the clock, and they do at 3:07, but 25 seconds ticked off the clock.
See the referee, Craig Tyler, coming to the sideline. He obviously knows that a number of seconds ran off the clock. They're going to talk about it. Looks like
well, they're going to give him 20 of those 24 seconds. Close enough.
Well, you called it at 3:31 when he made the fair catch.
Mac Barus, who had all dark hair when he started coaching at Carencro.
They reset it to 3:27, and that looks like that's where they'll go from.
Remember the night we did Lafayette High and they showed Mark, and I said how much older Mac looked? Mac heard about it.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So they got back to you, huh?
Yeah. He was about ready to get in his car, and I was pulling up at our office, and when he realized it was me, he came out of his car and walked very quickly toward my car. I formation on 1st down from the 39. Taylor still has the football. Taylor run down after a gain of about 3 on the play. Christian Chasson made the stop.
Yeah, you see Christian Chasson there doing a good job on that particular play. He was engaged with a blocker out to the right side and actually was up further up the field, got off the block, turned around, and was able to make the play and taking Taylor down for a short gain.
2nd down and 6. Taylor gives it off to nobody. He's still got the football, and he's going down the sidelines, and saving the touchdown for Comeaux is Joseph Gilbert. It'll mark it all the way down at the Comeaux 23-yard line. Carencro moves the chains in a big way with a big run by Lucas Taylor. Time now for a sideline report. It's brought to you by Landry Harrison Company, a professional insurance corporation. Downstairs, here's Angel. Taylor rolling out. Got his pass away, got Lawrence inside the 10, down to the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bears.
Well, this time a rollout, little sprint out to the right side, pretty quick there, and a nice looking throw by Taylor. Good catch by Lawrence. Take a look at it on the Slimco replay. See him as he's going to the right. Got a good block from Hill leading the play there, and Lawrence makes the catch, does a couple of jukes, gets it into about the 5-yard line, 1st and goal.
Jones and Hill are in the backfield. Joe Jones on 1st down, straight ahead to about the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal inside of 2 minutes to go in the third. I said it was Jones. Actually, it was Boudreaux.
Garen Ginn coming back in the game, so expect to see the big full house type backfield that we saw a little bit earlier, short yardage type situation. Carencro went to a little earlier. You got Jones, Jim, and Lawrence in the backfield.
2nd down and goal. Garen Jim. Now that ball came loose. Comeaux says that they have it. We did not see the officials say that he was down.
No, he threw the beanbag, Jay, and normally whenever they throw the beanbag, that means that there is a fumble. Now the question is, if it's recovered by Carencro in the end zone, then it's a touchdown.
And that's exactly what it is. Well, that'll get your name in the paper. I believe it was Derek Franchik. Adam Domingue, number 60, I believe is the man who's going to get credit for the touchdown.
Okay, well, now it looks as though they're talking about something here. I don't know exactly what. The referee, Craig Tyler, gave us a touchdown signal.
And it is a touchdown, I think.
Well, we don't want to go through this type of situation. We've been through one of these before a few years ago. There we go.
There it is.
Touchdown. I want to bring back bad memories of Clark Field there. Let's look at it here. Slimco replay. Hand off to Jim. It's hit high and low. You can't see the ball.
I was right the first time. I think that's Derek Franchik, number 50, who wound up on it. Point after touchdown from Castile. Kick is on its way, and the kick is good. 1:03 to go in the third. Crow Bears lead for the first time. Carencro 14 and Comeaux 7. We'll be right back right after this. Carencro gets ready to kick off. They did, in fact, credit the touchdown to Derek Franchik with the fumble recovery in the end zone. Dalfrey gets ready to kick it away. Good deep kick comes down to the 2-yard line. This is Flugents out to the 20. And that is where we'll put it in play. 1st and 10. Will the Comeaux Spartans?
As you mentioned, Jay, a nice deep kick there. High kick and good coverage by Carencro as well. Flugents made one man miss at about the 15 or 16-yard line, but special teams play has been good tonight for Carencro. Of course, they missed the field goal on a kick that Dalfrey had a lot of leg on. Just missed it slightly wide left.
2 receivers to the left side, and on 1st down, it's the quarterback pitching to Benoit. Benoit breaks it to the sideline and gets a 1st down across the 30, out to about the 33, and he was jumping over benches and everything else. Tonight's high school football game of the week is brought to you by Lafayette Coca-Cola. Also brought to you by courtesy GMC and courtesy Hyundai Isuzu. Ball at the 33. It'll be 1st down and 10.
Effective pitch play there for Comeaux as Benoit didn't quite ever get completely turned, but got outside. Carencro had the angle on him, but not until he had about a 13-yard pickup.
1st down and 10. Benoit gets the snap this time, still has the football. Benoit takes it out to about the 40. It's going to be a pickup of nearly 7 yards in the play. Clock is running, 40 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
He was tackled there, Jay, and brought down after that. You mentioned about a 5 or 6 yard gain, but the thing scary about Tyler Benoit in that particular situation is with nobody in the middle of the field defensively, he breaks through that tackle there at the line. With the way that they're spreading everything else out, he's liable to break a long one to get through the initial containment.
2nd down. Carencro still has the football. He's got himself a first down across the 45. Clock will stop while they move the chains, but that will be the last play of the third quarter. We'll make the turn for home. 3 are in the books here at the Crow Dome. And after 3, your score, Carencro 14, Comeaux 7. Back with the fourth quarter from Carencro after this on KLAM. We get set for the fourth quarter of play. It'll be first down for Comeaux at the 44-yard line, trailing by 7 as we start the fourth quarter. Flugents throws it, got his man at the 37-yard line. Pass complete to David Chapman.
Carencro with a quick drop back there. Fakes the handoff to Williams and just steps back, floats it down. Good coverage for Carencro. That's Wilton Bozier there, but pass right on the mark. Wasn't pretty, pretty spiral, but it was there, right where it needed to be, and a good pickup for a first down.
38-yard line is where they mark it, 1st and 10. Clock running once again. Benoit in motion. Delay and a give to Williams, and a great job by the Carencro defense. That was a good fake, but a couple of guys stayed home. One of them was Waylon Guidry. Make it Waylon Guillory. And also in on the stop was Tim Arsenault. No gain, 2nd and 10. Again, 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Williams broke 1 tackle, but couldn't break that host of Golden Bears that met him at the 33-yard line.
And right before he was completely down, Carencro came in and gave him a hard hit.
Time now for a sideline report brought to you by Landry Harrison Company, Professional Insurance Corporation. Downstairs, here's Angel.
I'm down here in the field, and I have number 2 tailback Herbert Hill's dad. Now, how do you think Herb's doing tonight?
I think he's having a good game. I just want to let him know we love him, keep his head up no matter what happens, and he's had a good 4 years at Carencro High.
If you could tell him one thing, you know, it's right now they're up by a touchdown. What would you tell him?
Just keep it in. Carencro, we got defense. We're going to try to hold Comeaux out of the zone, and we're going to try to take this victory.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Send it back to you guys.
Thank y'all.
Sideline report brought to you by Landry Harrison Company, Professional Insurance Corporation. Last play is going to be close enough to bring the chains in. We've had the chains in a few times tonight, Barry, all right? This time it's on your side of the field. Give me a prediction. You make it?
Right now, I think he's a little short based on where he's at the ball is spotted right now. Looks to me like he is short. That happens a lot when you, like we were talking about for Comeaux, especially when we had those 5-yard gains. It was a 5-yard gain, 5-yard gain. Everything was at the sticks.
And you, sir, were correct. Just short. It is be 4th and inches. You got to believe the Spartans will go for it here. They don't need much.
The ball doesn't quite have the nose on the 28, and that's where they have to get. So it's, you look down there, it's less than a foot. It is just a matter of inches.
Williams and Benoit in the backfield. Benoit, first down. Didn't get much, didn't need much.
No, they're marking him inside the 28, and that's where he's down. He's almost at the 27. Yeah, he's got it by a yard.
Clock will stop at 9:47 while they move the chains. Tyler Benoit, what a show he put on here last year. He dots the I this time on first down. Carencro, play action, still has the football, got his pass, batted up in the air and incomplete. That was well defensed by Carencro all the way.
They saw that coming, Jay, and that one was almost intercepted. In fact, that pass would have actually been a little bit better. I think it would have been intercepted. It was actually thrown high to the receiver, and because he was so well covered and they were so tight on him, neither of the defenders really had a shot at it. Play action.
Thompson does a really good job here.
See that ball was way overthrown. There was two guys right there for Carencro in the coverage. Ball was thrown better. I think that would have been intercepted.
From the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Williams down to about the 23, maybe the 22-yard line. Picks up about 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that is some hard running in there and some hard tackling as well. Right at the end of that play, Williams gets taken down and gets flipped and actually winds up kicking a Carencro defender as he's going down.
3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Under 9 minutes now, you got to figure that Comeaux's probably once again in 4-down territory here.
On 3rd down, Carencro has the football. And Carencro appears, well, let's see where they mark him.
Boy, it's going to depend on the spot. Obviously, we just said on the last carry that Benoit had for the 1st down. He got it down close to the 27, so the 1st down would be at the 17, and it looks like he is short once again. And
4th down and a yard.
Calling it about a whole yard here. That's good open field tackling there for Carencro. I thought Comeaux or Carencro had a chance to make the cutback and get the 1st down.
We'll have a timeout to talk about it. We'll be right back after this on KLAF. Eight minutes, 14 seconds left to play. 4th down and a yard for Comeaux. At the Carencro 18-yard line, trailing 14-7. Power I formation. The give is to Flugents, and he's got the 1st down at the 16.
Danny Flugents, who at one point playing a lot on offense for Comeaux, been moved to defense where he's been working almost exclusively. Still gets in every now and then, and that's a case there. 3rd man in the backfield, he gets the carry, dives over and gets enough for the 1st down.
First down, Spartans. Benoit. Garin Jim.
That is a form tackle, folks. Get another look at that one. Anybody out there wanting to see how you take somebody down, a tackle? That man showed you right there, Garin Jim. Ray Lewis's favorite player, Paradise Homes player profile. Boom on Tyler Benoit. Took him down for a 2-yard loss.
2nd and 12. 7:20 left to go. Ball's loose. Carencro says they have it. But it is Comeaux
yeah, he's
who recovers.
Referee Craig Tyler put his right hand up. It looked like he had 3 for 3rd down, and they are winding the clock, so that means that Comeaux did maintain possession.
Further loss on the play, though, makes it 3rd and 14. Here's another look on the Slimco replay.
Ground level. Looked like Carencro wanted to hand it off to Williams, and then at the last second decided to pull it back. Was too late. But I believe he must have been the player that got in and got the recovery there, Jay.
3rd and long. Carencro wants to throw it. In trouble and sacked. Tim Arsenault gets him back at the 23. It'll be 4th down and about 15 to go.
Tim Arsenault there, senior linebacker for Carencro. gets the sack, brings up a 4th down, and very long here for Comeaux. But with the clock running and coming up on 6 minutes, Jay, they're probably going to have to be stuck and go for it on this 4th and long.
Well, we've seen 2 huge plays by the Carencro defense on this series. Aaron Jim on 1st down, and then this play on 3rd down, and we'll talk about 4th down. We'll come back for it right after this timeout. You're watching high school football on KLAF. From the 24-yard line, it is 4th down. They need to get to about the 6, 4th and 18. Benoit will be the quarterback. Benoit sets up the screen, and it's intended for Flugents, incomplete. And the Carencro defense is held, and even if Flugents catches that football, Aaron Jim is right there.
Yeah, sometimes the screen is a good play to call on a long yardage play like that, but the inside screen like that didn't look like it worked because they never really got a lot of pressure up the field at Carencro. 1 or 2 guys got up the field, but take a look at it there, right in your screen. There are 3 or 4 players besides Aaron Jim that are waiting. It never came up the field. In a screenplay like that, you got to get the pressure up the field to get behind it.
From the 24-yard line, 1st down. Taylor hands off to Joe Jones. Jones out to about the 26. Comeaux has just 1 timeout left. And the clock is running with 5:40 to go. And the bottom line here is Carencro doesn't need to score a touchdown. All they've got to do is keep grinding it out and keep the clock moving. 2 yards on the play, 2nd down and 8. High formation, Lawrence dots it. Hill is in the slot on the left side. There's the pitch to Lawrence, and smelled out nicely. Flugents will get credit for the tackle, although Trey Fitzgerald was there as well. Time for a sideline report. Let's go downstairs to Angel.
Well, I'm down here in the field, and I have found a group of fans that have decided to use their body as a board. Now, I have a young man that, if you knew KLAF Sports, this is Dwayne Thomas, our producer's son, and you're
Cody Thomas.
Now, what do y'all dress as? What do you have on your?
We have number 1 and 358.
All right, and who's with you?
Are you serious? This is my Stephen and this is Michael Olivier, Leonard Porsche, Duddy Frugier, Joshua Spellman, Joshua Jagno, Eric Mesh, Paul Manuel, and Kane Oye.
Okay, now this guy doesn't have anything on him. What is he?
He's the blank.
The blank.
We need spaces.
All right, well, these guys are having a lot of... Back to you guys.
Carencro did not make it on 3rd down, so they will have to punt it away, and Comeaux is going to get another chance. Flugents and Gilbert are the deep men as Dalfrey comes into punt. 4 minutes left to go. Dalfrey's kick very high. Gilbert will let it hit, and it goes out of bounds. And is going to be marked at the 27-yard line. And that's where the Spartans will have it. They've got to drive 73 yards. They've got 1 timeout and 3 minutes, 50 seconds to get it done as you look at the Carencro punter, Brady Dalfrey.
Well, Dalfrey did a good job there at angling that ball away. Don't want to give up a long return. Still got a pretty nice punt out of it. No chance of a return. And set up a long field here for Comeaux. Have to drive the tying score.
From the 27, 1st down. Chrétien still has the football, but he is brought down for a loss. Tim Arsenault again.
Arsenault, Brian Celestine both in on that play. Did a good job keeping Chrétien from getting square as he rolled out after play action and fooled a couple of players, but not them. And he was never able to set up to make the throw, taken down for a loss.
Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 13.
3 consecutive rushes now, Acadiana for losses.
Acadiana on a draw, gives it to Benoit. Got up a little head of steam and gets up to the 30-yard line and across the 30. Finally brought down by Brian Celestine. There you see the clock. Inside of 3 minutes to go. Spartans 3rd and 7. This Carencro defense gave up a lot of yardage in the first half, but they've been outstanding here in the second half.
It's obvious that they've made some adjustments. They've really been able to keep those quick handoffs in check.
Shotgun formation. Acadiana with the football. Got his pass away, and it's incomplete. It was thrown at the feet of Benoit, and it will bring up 4th down. And this could be your football game right here.
With only one timeout, you don't think that Comeaux can elect to punt the ball, but it looks like they might go ahead and do that. Big substitutions here. Lots of changes here. 2:35 and only one timeout.
Acadiana is the punter.
Have to always worry about the fake here. In fact, Carencro doesn't have anybody really deep.
There's the snap, and they are going to kick it. And they will down it at the 46-yard line. And so the Bears will take over with just 2:27 to go, and Comeaux with just one timeout.
Well, Comeaux was deep in their own territory. They needed to get a couple of first downs going there. They weren't able to get anything offensively as far as moving the sticks, and 3rd down comes up with an incompletion. So on 4th down, they elect to go ahead and punt the ball away, and this is going to be difficult here for Comeaux to get the ball back with only 2:27 and one timeout.
A year ago when we were here, the offenses took center stage, but tonight the defenses of the two teams have been very, very good.
A little bit of a discussion here between the officials, and now they're coming over to talk to Coach Barus on the sidelines. The only thing I can think of is there may have been some kind of question about the touching and the downing of that punt, because they did kind of knock the ball forward there.
1st down and 10. Lawrence dots the I. The give is straight ahead, though, to Joe Jones, and Jones is across midfield. Six yards in the play.
Looks like Comeaux is going to elect to hold on to their timeout for right now.
Taylor moves under center. Bears shift into the I. Lawrence goes in motion. The give to Jones again. Jones carrying people with him. Into Comeaux territory. And now the Spartans will take that final timeout with 1:41 to go. We'll take the break and come right back to KLAF. On 3rd down, they give the ball to Jones. 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort down to the 40. That's a 1st down, and that's going to take care of it. In fact, we would say that they're going to stop the clock to move the chains, but they're not stopping the clock. 1:18 left to play. And the Golden Bears are going to go into the state playoffs as the #1 seeded team in Class 5A. Comeaux will be in the playoffs as well. The question is, will they get a home game? And the answer is we don't know. We'll find out on Sunday. There's the kneel. If we had to guess, we think the Spartans will be on the road. However, we won't know until those power ratings come out on Sunday. Celebration begins for the Golden Bears as they're going to win a piece of the 3-5A championship, but more importantly, the #1 seed in 5A. All they've got to do is snap it one more time. Play clock is at 7, so they can let it run down a little bit more, but all they've got to do is take a knee, and there it is. Last year it was all offense. Tonight it was all defense. The result, the same. The Carencro Golden Bears defeat the Comeaux Spartans tonight by the score of 14-7. Barry Sherman is downstairs. Let's give you your offensive and defensive players of the game tonight. For Slemco, your offensive player of the game, Lucas Taylor of Carencro. Your defensive player of the game, Corey Nevels from Comeaux. Both had outstanding games for their respective schools tonight. And your key player of the game for the Hudson City Ford Truck Center, Tim Arsenault, linebacker from Carencro, who is in on play after play after play tonight. The Carencro defense certainly gets the kudos for making things happen in this ball game this evening. Early 7-0 lead doesn't stand up for the Spartans as the Bears come from behind to win it tonight by the score of 14-7. And as we said, both of these teams will be in the state playoffs next week. And everybody knows that Carencro will be the #1 seed and will play right here at the Crow Dome against whoever is unfortunate enough to be seeded number 32. Teams shaking hands, and we're waiting for Barry Sherman to corral Mac Barus so they can have a word with him on the post-game show. Well, we see Barry, we see Mac. I don't see the cameraman. So we'll give them another minute or so. Don't forget, next Friday night, we're going to be somewhere. We have no idea where. Could be right back here. Could be someplace else in the parish. Could be out of the parish. You never know. But we will go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll come back right after this. Back here at the Crow Dome, where Carencro has won a piece of the 3-5A title tonight, beating Comeaux by the score of 14-7. Downstairs, Barry Sherman has Carencro head coach Mac Barus. Barry?
Barry Sherman on the field, post-game interview brought to you by the Mann Company. Ben and David Mann, go talk to them. They got a deal for you, you bet. Coach Mac Barus from Carencro. And Coach, I know just talking to you briefly before the game, you knew you were going to be in for a battle here, and that's exactly what you got. But you guys came out on top and really played very hard the whole time.
You know, we hadn't had a lot of games like that this year, so it's good to see us play tough in a close game. Hell, Brian and his coaches had that team prepared. We knew they were coming to play. They got a good football team. They lost to 3 teams that are 8-1. And, well, they lost to Lafayette High, but to Catholic and to Sulphur. And they got a good football team, and they've done a great job over there, and they're going to do well in the playoffs. But, no, it's good to win a close one. And, you know, our kids, we did what we had to do. You know, the score is not always going to be as lopsided as it's been in a lot of games this year, and they got a good football team. It wasn't going to happen tonight.
Well, obviously, a lot of people that watch the football games, they're going to go back to last year, the offensive shootout that we had. This was a defensive battle. They got to you a little bit in the first half, but it's obvious you made some great adjustments going in at halftime and really shut them down after those first couple of drives.
Yeah, I thought we made some good defensive adjustments at the halftime. And right towards the end of the first half, we kind of figured out what they were doing on defense, and we started moving the ball pretty good. The points really don't show it, but we had a couple drives and got a couple things done. But, yeah, I mean, it was just a great high school football game. He had his kids well prepared. I thought our kids were prepared, and we played hard. And it was 2 good teams slugging it out on the 10th week of the season. Y'all had a great game again this year.
Absolutely, Coach. We appreciate the great game. Good luck to you as well, and congratulations on the district championship.
Okay, thank you, Barry. Appreciate it.
Okay, that's Coach Mac Barus from Carencro, and he's got the district championship now with a hard-fought, as you heard him talk about it, 14-7 victory. It's a game that went down to the wire the last few seconds there. Both teams playing hard. We had the big shootout last year with people running up and down the field. Tonight, defensive battle, and you heard Coach talk about it. They really did a good job making the adjustments. Down the field, post-game interview with Coach Mac Barus from Carencro. Barry Sherman, that's all brought to you by the Mann Companies, Ben and David Mann. If they got a deal for you, you bet. Go and see them.
All right, Barry, thanks very much. Carencro wins it tonight 14-7. Your play of the game when we come back to the Crow Dome right after this timeout. Back here at Carencro, where the Bears win it tonight by the score of 14-7. Time now for your play of the game. Brought to you by the folks over at Moss Honda. This is the game winner, and it turns out that an offensive lineman scores the winning points. The handoff here to Garen Jim, who gets the ball knocked loose, but Derek Franchik, number 50, recovers the football in the end zone. That is your go-ahead touchdown. That is your winning points, and that's your Moss Honda play of the game. A reminder